So this is a Pure Sine Wave Inverter by Junbpaw. Cat 5 cable for the remote, user's manual, product overview guide. This is the remote and it has a screen on it, which I really like, so that'll be handy to have. There's 2 sets of lugs here, very well packaged. This is the LGE 3080 Ti Pure Sine Wave Inverter by Junbpaw. Now, in addition to the inverter, they sent 2 packages of both red and black cables. These came in a separate box, and these are some real good looking cables. And the best I can tell, these are actually pure copper cables with some heavy duty lugs on there. These are 2 gauge, 105 degrees Celsius, or 1000 volts. If you intend to use the 3080 watt inverter at max, you need to use 2 sets of these cables. So looking in the manual at the specifications for the LGE 3080 Ti, 3080 watts rated power, maximum output power for 1 minute is 3080 to 3542 watts. Surge power 9000 watts. AC voltage is 100, 110, or 120, 50 or 60 hertz. Pure sine wave. 12 volts, 91% efficiency, 404.5, 265, 70 millimeter is the metric dimensions, and 6.83 kilograms. Now on the back, you've got, of course, 2 cooling fans. These are supposed to be double ball bearing fans, so they should last, I think it's advertised at 50,000 hours. And I have never seen covers for the terminals quite like these before. These have a little cap that goes onto that terminal post, and then you can pull the cover off. Very cool. That's a nice touch. It also has something unique I've never seen before. Some rubber covers that go over these mounting lugs to protect whatever it is you're mounting it to, so you don't just have that sharp steel. Actually, it's not even sharp, but some nice rubber feet on each one of the 4 mounting tabs. And the documentation states that this inverter also has solid state capacitors. I'm not a capacitor expert, but I believe they're a step up from just a standard style capacitor. On the front we have 2 GFCI outlets, and then you've got a hardwire section here if you wanted to hardwire it into a box or something. 2 dip switches. I believe one changes from 50 to 60 hertz and the other one changes from 120 volts to 110 volts. Then we've got a 2.1 amp USB, power light, remote for the Cat 5 cord, and then an on-off switch. This is a 3-position switch, so up is on, center is off, and down would be if you're going to use the remote to turn the unit on and off. Then here's a look at the tag on the back with information about the particular inverter. Let's see. Yeah, we can do it just like that. I'll be curious to see if I can still get that protective cover over the top of this. We'll find out. Now, if you're using this 3000 watt inverter with the double cables, the double thickness of the terminal ends is too thick to be able to mount the cap. The cap will fit, but you can't get any threads on the nut. If this stud was 1/4 of an inch longer without it extending beyond the side of the case, then you would be able to put the cap on with both cables. So that's one thing to note. It would be fine with 1 cable only, but not with 2. So we won't use the caps. I measured these cables. These are 3-foot 2-gauge cables. All right, I've got the inverter connected to a 280 amp hour 12 volt SFK battery. We just connect this Cat 5 cable and just plug that into the back of the remote screen. So to turn the inverter on, you can turn it on just by pressing the up button. Fans come on for just a couple seconds. So we've got a battery scale here. 13.3 volts, a pure sine wave sine, 120 volts right now at 60 hertz, and then it'll show wattage as you're using the inverter. 50 hertz, you can see it switching right there. Or 60 hertz, we'll keep it on 60. And then the other dip switch will switch from 110 to 120. So that's nice and easy and convenient right on the front of the inverter. So for in the US where I am, I want 120 volts and 60 hertz, so both dip switches in the up position. 120 volts and then 60 hertz. But I do like the anti-glare. It's kind of got a rough surface on there. If you leave the switch in the center, it's off. If you push the switch down, then we should be able to turn the inverter on with the remote and off with the remote. So that's really nice. So let's pull this cover off here, held in place by one screw, and we can test to see if it's a pure sine wave. Yes, it is a pure sine wave inverter. Nice, smooth, pure sine wave indicated on the oscilloscope there. And then here, of course, where you would hardwire it if you wanted to set it up to an external box or something like that. So to test out this new inverter, I'm going to be using this Dr. Prepare. This is an 8,000 BTU portable AC unit. That'll be about 12 to 1400 watts. And I know it's kind of silly, but I'm also going to be using this 1500 watt space heater at the same time. And I may have to add some light bulbs to the mix, my light bulb tester. All right, we'll plug the AC into this outer socket. And then I'm going to connect the power strip to this socket so I can plug in my heater cord and my lights into this power strip. And then my light kit, I'm not going to plug the lights in quite yet. We'll hold off on that and we'll see what we can get up to on the screen here. So let's go ahead and we'll turn on the inverter. So let's turn the AC on here. And I'll put this app up on the screen for you so you can see the battery. Okay, AC is kicked on. We're 824 watts and we have 73 amps coming out of the battery at the moment according to the app. Let's get the heater turned on. 2100 watts shown on the battery app, and that's pulling 165 amps out of that battery. 1800 watts total on the screen here. Still 121 volts on the output, which is excellent. And I'm going to plug in two 100 amp light bulbs. That's maxed out my battery at 200 amps. That's 2150 on the watts. You can see a little symbol here showing that the fan is on in the inverter. But that's still only 2,100 watts. Still 121 volts. That's about the best I'm going to be able to do. I've got that battery maxed out. Let's try one more light bulb and see what happens. The battery may shut down. 226 amps. We're at 2,300 watts. The inverter is pretty quiet. I can hear the fans, but even at this, 2,370 watts, we're at 121 volts. All right, I'm going to back out one light bulb and drop that down just a little bit so I don't overload the BMS in the battery. Real nice inverter. And the thing about it is this just feels like a quality inverter. Let's see. We'll get the clamp on here and see what we're pulling out of the inverter. Because the app is showing 217 amps. Yep, pretty darn close. 218, 219 amps coming out of that battery into the inverter. Real nice, solid inverter. So I wanted to check the efficiency. So I've got my kilowatt on here. 1,110 watts output. 95 amps at 12.6 volts. So that's 1197. So we'll take 1,110, divide that by 1,197. So 92% efficient on the inverter, and I believe in the instruction manual it says 91%. So there's a look at this Junbpaw 3080 watt 12 volt pure sine wave inverter, and I gotta say it just feels like a quality piece of equipment. It is at the moment my favorite inverter of all the inverters that I've reviewed. The size, the form factor, the build quality, the screen is super handy, and I like the information that it provides along with the on-off switch. Very nice cover here on the external wiring if you would like to wire it up that way. Nice addition with the rubberized protective feet. Just a real nice quality inverter. If you're interested in this inverter, they have several different models to choose from. I'll put links to this one in the description below if you want to go check it out. And on the screen now, YouTube put a video that they think you're going to enjoy. If you'll click on that video, I'll meet you over there.